Okay, so I think I'm live coming at you in 720p. There's always that shock of, wait a second, here I am, turn it on. It takes me a couple minutes to set up the show, so if you're watching this not live, you can always skip ahead about 3 minutes. Although sometimes I'm very entertaining while I'm setting things up here. Of course, it's the comedy meteorology report. It's your show about how much the weather sucks in Canada and beyond. And we have some of our team of comedy meteorologists coming tonight in different capacities. We got videos from at least meteorologist Mark. I'm sure Brandon Hauk will be with us as per usual, which is great. They're not made for kids. Save. Got to do a couple YouTube steps. If I was more proficient at this, I'd have it all done ahead of time, but I don't. I don't know with Zoom how to do that. Maybe I need a better system than Zoom. I don't know. It's probably killing me. I don't know, but this is what I'm doing. So give me a minute to get set up here. But I got lots of weather maps to show you because there's a ton of weather stories going on. There's actually a tornado warning that's going on right now. And we will get to that here in a minute on the radar. I had that lined up. Oh, sweet. Welcome, new people, to the channel. Hey, look at that. Testing, testing. We're working. Hey, William. Hey, Gary. Hey, Mr. Trev. I'm right now sharing this to social media. And basically, like, the algorithms are never going to favor a show like this or a guy like me. So, Canadian weather guy up in the north. So anything you can ever do to keep the show alive is super appreciated. And that includes what I'm doing right now is I'm sharing. Hopefully somebody out there will hear my plea. Watch us. And I'm glad you guys have joined us. Because we do have a lot of fun and we make a radio show here at 7 o'clock p.m. here in like half an hour time. In 28 minutes time, Frankie McDonald joins us and we hit record. And we record the next hour and we make a radio show out of that. That goes on to 4 stations somewhat semi-regularly. So we're always stoked to get that kind of going. And this is the pre-show right now. It's the show before the show. It's basically when everyone who's coming more or less might show up and check in. And we test our microphones and make sure we're good to go. And we look at the weather map so that we know we have some good content for radio. I'm almost there. A couple more shares to go on to Blue Sky. You can follow me on Blue Sky, Joey Only Caribou Weather Dude there as well. And then we post the radio episode on my Patreon every week, so feel free to join the Patreon. You can for free. Not everything's free on there because it's like the supporter-funded thing. But, the show is every week we put the show up on there because I just felt like that was good to have a home for it. All right, I think I'm good to go on some of this stuff. So first thing I'm going to do is just check my tornado warning here. It has been dropped, but I still have the radar up, and we can kind of look at the last few minutes of it here. Sharesies. Okay, here we are in Illinois. I'm going to hit play on the radar scope here, and hopefully it plays. Come on, let's go. Come on, you can do it. Come on, let's go. So there was a tornado warning here, and the signature looked pretty good on the radar. On the right here is, oh boy, I stopped share by accident. Professional. No, it's just like the bar here. So the super res velocity on the right here, what it shows is winds coming towards the radar and winds going away from the radar. So the green is coming towards and the red is going away. And that helps you understand rotation. And if we could get this to play, we could show you how that had a real nice couplet there for a minute during that tornado warning. So that's down in Illinois. Oh boy, yeah, it's being, there it goes. I saw it move. Come on. Everyone's watching me. They're looking at me right now. You can do it, radar. Oh boy, so we may have to come back to this in a little bit, maybe when we get the next tornado warning. That is Being stubborn. A severe thunderstorm warning there still. Look at that. We can at least talk about that in the meantime there. Mesoscale discussion. A long, narrow, broken line of storms now pose an isolated threat for damaging gusts and a brief tornado. A brief tornado down there. We got the severe thunderstorm warning right now down in that area as well for northwestern Coles County. 60-mile-per-hour gusts, radar indicated. So anyways, that's part of a larger complex of storms going on right now. We will be coming back and looking at in a couple minutes' time. But I'm going to go back to BC here. That complex of storms is moving into Ontario, and that's why we are going to talk about it. But we also have our own British Columbia story going on tonight. We got atmospheric river news for you. Look at the cat back there. He's just conked out with his head over the... I wonder how long he can stay like that. That's sometimes how he sleeps. He just goes up there. He's like, the dog can't bother me here. And I'm out. Oh, hey, look. The radar's working now. Now that we forgot about it already. Right there was a nice couplet. Wait for it. Wow, what a line of wind right in there. So for a moment, but we'll come back and we'll look at Canadian weather instead. All right, that's why we do this. Okay, so ready to go. I got Environment Canada map up here first we're going to talk about. And some of this hasn't changed much. And some of it has. So this hasn't changed much. First, we got this winter storm warning up here. Atmospheric river brings significant snow followed by rain. We talked about this on my forecast there a couple hours ago. 15 to 25 centimeters of snow beginning tonight through Friday afternoon. Then 20 to 40 millimeters of rain Friday afternoon through Saturday night. It's going to warm right up there. Temperature's going to bump up. There's going to be a risk of freezing rain near noon on Friday when that transition is happening. Southerly winds of 30 to 50 kilometers late Friday, so some heavy winds in behind. An atmospheric river makes landfall on the north coast this evening, bringing significant precipitation over a 36-hour period. Temperatures are cold enough that heavy snowfall is forecast beginning tonight through to late Friday afternoon. Precipitation will transition to rain for the remainder of the event. Yuck, with 40 millimeters expected. A brief risk of freezing rain is possible during the transition. Strong, gusty, southerly winds may funnel up the fjord late Friday. Okay, so that's one. Rainfall on that Prince Rupert coast there. North coast, Kitimat, Terrace. Tonight through Saturday, 50 to 100 millimeters of rain. Snowfall, 5 to 15 centimeters for inland section of Highway 16 and 37 near Terrace this evening. So like the other one, it starts off snowing because it's cold enough, but then the warmth pushes in and it begins to transition to rain. I need a drink of water here. Oh. Hank Vliestra. And then I choked on water. Storm chaser Hank Vliestra is about to join us for Wilkie, Saskatchewan. I am stoked to have Hank coming on in. Risk of freezing rain Friday morning for Terrace. Look out there. And it also says the atmospheric river will bring significant rainfall, over a 24 to 36 hour period. Then we got a wind warning that goes along Haida Gwaii, Prince Rupert, Bella, North Coast, Vancouver Island. Here comes Brandon Houck as well. Brooks, Alberta's radio man. Our regular Brandon Houck. I love that. These guys. Southeasterly winds 80 to 100 kilometers an hour, gusting up to 120 Friday afternoon and night. Hold on to your hats. So it also says an atmospheric river, so I didn't make it up. They're saying it too. On the north coast this evening, numerous warnings are in place discussing the details of the heavy precipitation with winds to strengthening tonight. The strongest winds will be delayed till Friday. Southeasterly winds of 80 to 100 kilometers with gusts up to 120 over exposed coastal sections will begin Friday afternoon and continue into early Saturday morning. There is an increased risk of power outages during this event, guys. Is one of you there? Brandon? Hank? Guess not yet. Snowfall 10 to 20 centimeters for Cassiar and Watson Lake. 10 to 20 centimeters expected for you in the event. Frontal system approaching southern Yukon tonight. Light snow overnight. Intensifies Friday morning. That more or less is the same on the Yukon side. Up on the pass, the old Carcross to White Pass, 40 centimeters possible up there. If you are going to a gold rush up there, we still got an orange warning, guys, for cold. Minus 57 wind chill values. Well, I don't understand why that one's an orange and why this one's a yellow. 50. I mean, 50 is bad, but it's like, for some reason, this one's that much worse. 50's bad. It's cold up there. It's really bad. That's really bad. It's really crazy. Sault Ste. Marie, right on through Espanola, Sudbury, rainfall warning, 20 to 40 millimeters with a risk of thunderstorms. Rain begins this evening, changing to snow Friday morning or afternoon. Temperatures will fall below the freezing mark. Any water on roadways and walkways will freeze, creating icy and slippery conditions on Friday evening. Brandon Hauk, Hank, are you there?
Yes.
Oh, you are. Hey, man.
Good evening.
How you doing? Okay. Good. We got Brandon Hauk. See, everyone's showing up there.
Oh yeah. You thought you're gonna have to do this all by yourself tonight, eh?
Well, I'm always worried about that. You know, it's always the danger you walk when you're me.
Oh yeah.
Heavy rainfall in Nova Scotia, 60 millimeters in Bedford Range, 44 at Halifax International Airport. So that was one story. In Fall River, 56 mils, 0.9. Nunavut, warm temperatures, alert 1.8 degrees Celsius. Can you believe that?
Yeah.
Pretty warm up there in Nunavut. That's what I'm talking about. What's new for you, Hauk? What's new for you, Hank? Hauk and Hank?
New. What is new? I got some good stories tonight. That's right. Back to
Finally.
work this week,
Yeah. How's
So
that for you?
great. Great. We had a meeting today, sitting through half an hour of a meeting. It was great, you know. Radio meetings, Yeah, good stuff.
Yeah, really exciting, eh? I
Yeah,
bet.
very exciting. Very.
Yeah, well, it's good to love what you do.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. That's right. Oh, and I forgot to do one thing today, but I'll do it tomorrow. You know,
Eat.
have to
Forgot
record something, but
forgot to
we'll do
eat
it.
food.
You forgot to eat food.
Yeah, we got a big storm coming on to BC here, eh?
Oh yeah. The January thaw.
The January thaw.
Yep.
Hank Fleece straw. January thaw.
Hank's excited, I bet. Oh yeah.
Well, look at this off the coast tonight there, just bubbling on in. Ain't that pretty? Isn't that special? That's a big time bunch of BS coming for BC. It's going to warm things up, going to rain on some of the mountains even. It's got avalanche conditions going through the roof on the northwest coastal ranges. Yeah, not much happening yet. But unless you're in that northwest corner there, then there's probably a lot happening, actually. Yeah, you're probably disagreeing with me mightily right now. And where's the upper level water vapor? Where's this beauty? It might take a while. Radar scope's being funky on me. It keeps crashing even. I
Yeah,
don't know what I did.
what'd you do? Why'd you break it? The one
Can't
radar, I don't
you
know if
guys
it's
can't
funky on
hear
your
me,
end.
can you?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Oh, okay, good.
I can hear
Right, right on, Hank. Good to see you, man.
you. The
Hi,
one,
everyone.
How you been?
Good. I was trying to
Happy?
say earlier that our temperature is only going to reach about zero. It's not really going to melt here, but looking forward to that. I don't want melting. I want zero, and
oh,
that's what we're going to get.
oh
Yeah,
yeah,
that's my opinion on a January thaw. Just keep nice around zero. I mean, that's how it is has been here, but I don't think that's been the case for much of BC. It's been warming up every day, at least where people live, right? People live in these low places where
Yeah.
it's warmer
oh yeah.
than Wells. So we've been staying below zero pretty much every day. Look at this big old plume, man. We're into the start of a real series of whoppers.
There's a radar glitch here on the severe storm at Bourbon.
They got so much snow in this one community in Alaska that boats were sinking
Oh
from
yeah.
the weight of the snow. I don't remember seeing that before.
That is next level. Oh wait,
Gotta
we
go
know.
to
Yeah,
super res.
yeah. I got things in the way there. I can't just
Oh, yeah.
do that. I need to like switch satellites there, satellite to radar. Boy, that was finicky. So what happened with that tornado warning that was going on through here? That amount was there maybe a
So,
tornado or two in there? That means they're probably really rain wrapped if they are. I mean, who would
yeah.
know?
So that reflectivity is off. 'Cause it ain't that purple. No.
What are we
No,
talking? Alabama tonight or what?
So if you play the loop, you'll see. This is Illinois, but yeah.
that
See
should
that
look like
little,
that. Yeah,
yeah, looks like that. Instead looks like that.
yeah.
Woo!
Some sort of a weird. Looks like it's full of hail, but it's not.
Oh yeah.
I see
That's
what you're
super
saying.
heavy rain.
Huh. I think that's just the radar being wonky there.
Just a
Oh
glitch in the
yeah,
program.
Uh,
yeah, glitch.
Go glitch there. There were a couple tornadoes touched down Oklahoma today. I know that.
This is
East,
probably
south,
the
southeast Oklahoma.
Just south of Oklahoma City there. Yeah,
Oh,
Purcell there.
really?
like
Yeah,
what
Oh,
pretty close to Reed Timmer's headquarters there.
yeah.
yeah.
So that radar glitch that you're seeing there, that's when they're turning the weather machine on. That's like a glitch in the matrix there. Oops.
Oh, yeah.
The
Nokomis,
weather machine.
that's supposed to be there's no such thing. That's supposed to be in Saskatchewan. What's going on here? Crazy things in America there. Yeah, severe thunderstorm there. Talano. It's too
Yeah.
close to tornado. I wouldn't want to live there. Champagne, yeah. That's so I got a viewer actually who watches from Illinois. So
Oh, yeah.
Okay, we're
need to
looking
check
at
in
what,
there.
Southwest Illinois now?
Yeah, sort of. South Illinois, kind of. I
Yeah.
believe they're like in
South of
Peoria,
Chicago. Yeah.
but I'd been to Bloomington and Normal, Illinois, so that was like my thing. Anyways, like who cares? We're talking about BC weather right now. I'll get back to we'll get back to radar when there's a tornado
Back
thing to
home.
report. When there's a tornado thing to report. We don't have any um, high stream flow advisories, but we do have a new 7-day stream flow hazard outlook from BC River Forecast Center. Minor flood hazard for coastal BC this weekend. A storm system will bring moderate to heavy precipitation to coastal areas Friday into Monday. I mean, this isn't off the charts, but it's good. It's a solid one. initially focused on the north and central coast before shifting to the south coast. Rain is expected at lower to mid elevations and snow at mid to higher elevations. Water pooling may occur in low-lying areas and on roads, but major stream flow impacts are not expected because it's not like, not it's a good one. It's a big one, but it's not. We may have a bigger one still coming like next week. So hang tight. But still, let's talk about this weekend. It's going to be messy at all the mountain passes in British Columbia. If you wanted to go from my house to Brandon Hauk's house, good luck. You have a hard time finding a good route getting through there. There'd be like little windows where it's okay, maybe here or there. On days 1 to 3, light to moderate precipitation today before a coastal storm system's expected starting Friday, initially focused on the north and central coast before it shifts on down to the south coast. Forecast uncertainty remains high. There's the cop-out, but there's potential for moderate, maybe heavy precipitation. Rain is expected at low elevations and snow at mid and higher elevations, with freezing levels rising as the storm progresses. Then, Sunday to Wednesday, the storm system will persist into Monday, bringing moderate to locally heavy precipitation across coastal regions, while the interior will likely see light precipitation. Freezing levels may rise, and we may have some melting in the mountains. Sunday to Monday, increasing potential for snow melt and rain on snow conditions. Cumulative effects of successive storms may enhance runoff and stream flow impacts. Relatively warm and dry conditions are likely by the middle of next week. We'll see. Minor flood hazards. Minor flood hazards. So just minor flood hazards. What do you think of that?
Yeah. We've heard a lot of that sort of thing lately.
That's pretty much been like, the same forecast every day. I got to spice it up for you, everybody. Because it's guess what? We have atmospheric rivers systems. These are like moderate. I think it may intensify a little bit down there in the south coast at some point, and Sunday to Monday, boom, down there, give them a good splashing, and then look at pounds up, warms the temperatures up even in the. I'm just concerned that it's going to invite the cold down in behind at some point. I'm still worried. But so far, so good. So far, so good for my part of BC. And if you're in the Peace, no, not for you, no. But yeah, it will get nice for you now. It will. Finally for you. Yeah, people have been just freezing in like Fort Nelson and Fort St. John. And probably you too, eh, Hank?
Yeah, it's been we've had our share of cold, but not extreme, not historic cold, just normal winter cold, but we've been colder than usual for a good long run here.
Yeah, once you're into it for a while, it's like, whether it's record shattering or not, it still sucks.
Yeah, but the last 2 days have been okay, but before that it was like 10 days straight, I'd say, of below normal temperatures. And by the last 2 days being okay, just maybe still slightly below normal.
I am worried that at the end of this, we'll get into a nice big high pressure that starts bringing cold down into me. I don't want to be like you guys. I like my, ranging from relative 0 to minus 15, fairly stable Wells weather. I like that. Occasionally we get those like big cold snaps, and it sucks. Who actually likes that? People who say they do are crazy.
They are.
Avoid avalanche terrain. Heavy snowfall, wind, and a weak layer in the snowpack mean that avalanches are almost certain on the north coastal mountain ranges there. Pretty good. Could imagine you're going to take some rain this weekend and snow, and it's just going to be miserable. There might be wind loading up on the high spots there. Avoid avalanche terrain. Okay, what's it going to be like all weekend? Bad. Oh, well, what about up here? Bad. See? So don't do it. Don't do it if you're up there. A little better for Smithers. Maybe,
Smithers.
yeah, the further you go west, the more conservative. Oh, the worse it
What is
gets.
that?
What? Well, you don't want an awe. You know, the caribou's probably worse than they're letting on in the high mountains, but that's not like over there. But yeah, considerable still. Considerable. Be careful. Considerable.
Yeah.
It's not worth it on the in the high country. At least choose your routes conservatively. Yeah, I made a
Choose
video
your
today
weapons.
that probably no one will ever watch, but it was awesome, and it was about maybe you remember this one, Brandon, in 2014 when dad and his kid died in Lake Louise
Oh yeah.
because they were tobogganing outside.
Yes.
Was that recent?
That was
in
2014. Yeah.
2014?
Oh, okay.
Somewhere right around here near the Fairview
Oh,
Lookout.
good grief. No way.
They went
Oh, yeah, right
they
off-
rented a toboggan
Fairview Mountain.
and then they
Yeah.
didn't check out like 5 days later and like, oh, hey, where do you think they
Oh, yeah.
are? Yeah, sad story. Now that I told you the whole story, you don't have to watch my video. Ooh,
Aha. I watched one of your videos today.
did you? Right on. Thanks, man.
It was about weather.
No, oh yeah, that one.
Oh yeah, it's a month away to the Mardi Gras again. Hopefully, it's severe weather again.
Oh yeah, that was awesome last time. Definitely keep me in the loop if yeah, I forgot last yeah, you caught me last time or whatever I went and
Yeah.
stole the video footage of them getting hit by the thunderstorm and made a pretty comical friggin'
yeah.
thing there. Here we go. Look at this. The ridging, the ridging, the ridging. Look at that warmth right up into the north. The ridging. The ridging. Look at that warmth. Oh, it scares me, that high pressure. Look at that, all that warmth, guys. It's going to go right
Yep.
across the prairies. Look at that. A couple rounds. A little bit
January thaw
yeah, for some people.
for me.
Hey,
Yeah.
Justin, if you're listening, I like that sort of thing. A little bit of warmth in January. It's awesome, Justin.
Oh yeah. Same. Yes. I was chatting with meteorologist down in Fort Myers, Florida this week, kind of bragging about our cold weather up here. So whenever it gets cold down there, they're like, it's like in the 40s or something. I was like, oh, it's so cold. And then this week, I'm like, I'm gonna be in the 40s this week. It's gonna be so nice.
Yeah. We all of a sudden were talking Fahrenheit there. If
Yeah.
those who didn't figure it out.
They think they're
That'd be
going to
10
rule
degrees.
Greenland and they're complaining about 40
Yeah.
Fahrenheit. Give me a break. You guys will never seize the North. It'll be like Stalingrad. You'll freeze to death at the gates. Okay.
There's quite the storm in Newfoundland on Monday. Or yeah, Sunday to Monday. That's gonna be quite a storm.
Right here.
Are we talking about
Oof.
snow or wind or both?
Both.
And
That's
some
100K
That is not fun.
and 40 centimeters of snow.
No, not fun.
It'll blow your bagel right into the ocean.
I mean, it's moderately fun, but when you get that amount of snow, it becomes unfun trying to deal with it after.
Unless you're a winter storm chaser, then this is fun stuff.
I definitely have a lot of snow here right now. There's like nowhere to even park. Tyler's here. We're rehearsing for our show in Kamloops on April 2nd at the Blue Grotto. We're rehearsing for it, and we don't even have space for his truck's just parked like on the street. Like, that's Wells. So if you're watching and you're from Wells, sorry.
Nowhere to park and well.
Well, that's normal. Yeah, it's like 1.5 meters of snow everywhere.
I left my bin on the street too long, and they scraped right up to where the bin is. Then they stopped and said, "Screw you, buddy! You left your bin out too long." So that's what
Uh-oh.
I deserved. Got what I deserved.
A true Pineapple Express for the Pacific Northwest begins Sunday, says Mark, but his audience is the Pacific Northwest, which isn't us up here. Just the way that regional naming goes. Pacific Northwest of the United States. Frankie McDonald's here already. Is it 7 o'clock?
Oh yeah.
Or
It
8
is?
o'clock when we're in the real world.
Holy
Yeah.
cow, I'm like completely unprepared already. That's
In
always how
trouble.
it goes.
Imogen's birthday was yesterday, and guess what?
Guess what, Frankie?
Imogen's
You
birthday.
remembered to press record. That's always good.
I
good
finally
start.
did it.
It's a good
Finally
start.
did it. Guess what, Frankie?
Imogen's birthday was the other day,
Imogen's birthday was the other day, Frankie.
and guess what? I got something to say. Not this weekend, but next weekend is a long weekend in the States.
I don't care about that. No.
I care about that because I got fans in the States.
Uh-huh.
And I got another news for you. Base Guy Show is back.
Base Guy Show is back, Frankie, and so is the Comedy Meteorology Report. I'm Joey Only up here in Wells, BC, with another week's edition of the worst weather in the entire world.
Well, whether it's hot, whether it's cold, whether it's hot, Frankie's got the weather we've got. Wait a minute. Well, whether it's cold, whether it's hot, Frankie's got the weather or not.
That's right. Meteorology is a science that I invented about how much the weather sucks. It's, it's good to laugh at the weather. The weather's funny business. Everything's ultimately pretty funny to me. That's my philosophy is laugh a lot. That's me up here in Wells, BC, with 1.5 meters of snow on the ground here at 3,953 feet above sea level. Coming at you live there if you're on Joey Only Caribou Weather Dude YouTube channel, 7 p.m. on Thursday night Pacific Standard Time. You're listening to us on CKUW 95.9 FM in Winnipeg, CFBX 92.5, 88.7. CFBX 92.5 in Kamloops, 88.7 CFUR in Prince George, holy cow, and CHLS 100.5 in Lillooet. And maybe you're watching us on, listening to us on Sirius Radio or, I don't know, Apple Podcast, Spotify, somewhere maybe you heard us from your mother is repeating a joke I told you. Maybe you're hearing our joke that your mother is repeating that she heard us last night say. I don't know. I'm with Frankie McDonald, the world's greatest weatherman in Sydney, Nova Scotia. You might recognize him as the guy who predicted accurately the end of the world. And we have Brandon Hauk in Brooks, Alberta, the radio weatherman out there who is the host with the most every day on the radio. And he's on the radio in about 67 different countries every day. He's a big-time radio star. We're very happy to have him. The weather expert himself, Brandon Hauk. Also with us tonight is storm chaser from Saskatchewan, tornado expert and filmographer, Hank Vlistra, and my good friend. Happy to have you, Hank. And you never know who else is going to show up on the show because we don't have a plan. And sometimes things just happen. Well, one thing that always happens first is we go to Frankie.
I heard that.
The weatherman. Imogen, Frankie. It was her birthday. Okay, here's Frankie the weatherman.
Can you yodel for us? Who has the worst weather in the world, Frankie?
Ladies and gentlemen, Frankie!
Okay, first question for you, Frankie, this week. Who has the worst weather in the world, Frankie?
Central United States and Wisconsin and all those places. Then you get a cyclone possible for Australia. Then you get dangerous heat in Melbourne, Australia. Temperatures
Dangerous.
43 degrees Celsius in Melbourne.
That is dangerous. That
And
is
this
some of the
tropical
worst
cyclone,
weather.
they got some kind of cyclone heading towards Townsville, Australia. This Friday and Saturday is going to bring so much rain in Townsville, Queensland, Australia.
That is some of the worst weather in the world. How you doing so far?
I'm doing great so far. Weather's going to be lots of rain heading towards eastern United States of America. In
What
eastern
else,
United States of
Frankie?
America, to get lots of rain heading towards Nova Scotia again this weekend coming, this Saturday. Then it's going to bring lots of snow in New Brunswick on Sunday. And it's going to bring cold temperatures to Boston and all those places. A lot of rain heading towards Vancouver, British Columbia. You got Santa Ana winds heading for Los Angeles. It's going to bring really strong Santa Ana winds in Los Angeles and the surrounding areas. And it's going to bring lots of snow heading towards Timmins, Ontario, where Jamie Clump and Rain Snow Mix, where Jamie Clump, the co-host of Kinston Clump podcast, and Mark Kinsman. They had so much snow in Timmins.
Timmins, Ontario. I like those
Then
guys
you
a
get
lot.
really cold weather in snow and rain in Arizona. Then where Gary and Dino is. Then it's going to bring really cold weather in Nevada and all those places in New Mexico, Utah, Colorado, and Texas. It's going to get warmer in Texas. So it's Oklahoma, Kansas, Nebraska, South Dakota, North Dakota. It's still going to be really cold in Manitoba.
Yeah. Nah.
And it's going to bring lots of dry weather and cold up across central United States this Saturday coming. Then you got a lot of rain in Vancouver, Victoria, all those places going to turn. A lot of Santa Ana winds next week in Southern California, including Los Angeles and those places. It's going to bring lots of Santa Ana winds and may trigger fires there.
And again, that's what that happens at this time of year in California, doesn't it, Frankie?
And Mexico is really dry right now. And parts of Mexico is getting Santa Ana winds, and so is parts of Baja California, Mexico as well. Guatemala's in the dry season, Costa Rica, El Salvador, Nigeria, Honduras. Panama is in the rain, and a little bit of the rain right now in Panama right now. And weather all across Central South America is lots of rain and thunderstorms going on in Colombia, Venezuela, parts of Ecuador, parts of Bolivia, parts of Peru. Northern Chile is really, really hot and dry right now. And southern Chile is lots of rain in the coast areas, a little bit of snow up in the mountains. A lot of rain and thunderstorms going on in the Amazon rainforest in Brazil and Sao Paulo, Brazil. Then it gets a lot of rain getting towards northern Argentina and really hot temperatures. It's warm temperatures in central Argentina with little showers and forecasts. And Stanley Falkland Islands is getting lots of showers and forecasts as well. Says Usia, Argentina, and all those places. Big storm is currently hitting England right now. Powerful storm in Dunkirk, France, and rainstorm mix in Germany this Friday coming. Then you got some snow in UK as well, in inland in UK, and very strong winds in United Kingdom. They call it European windstorms. Very strong winds hitting Germany, Austria, Italy, Spain, Portugal, Turkey, Greece, Albania. Big storm in Denmark and Netherlands, with rain and all those places. A lot of snow in Minsk, Belarus this week as well. In Moscow, Russia, so you got snow heading towards Moscow. And you got some cold weather in Sarov, Russia, or Korea backing off lips. It's cold in Italy right now. They got lots of snow in Croatia today as well. It got cold air aiming it towards Turkey. In Syria, it's getting cold weather and snow. In Algeria, it's dry right now. Morocco. Then you got some cold weather aiming it towards Alexandria, Egypt. Next week as well.
Even there, in the great city of Alexandria, cold weather.
Lots of snow squalls going to happen this Sunday coming up in northwest coast of Japan and west coast of Japan. A lot of snow squalls will be going on in Japan. West coast of Japan. A lot of snow squalls will be going on in northwestern Hagedale, Japan, including Sapporo, Japan. Then again, lots of snow in North Korea coming up on Monday in Vladivostok, Russia, and all those places and parts of South Korea. Then you got really cold temperatures even towards South Korea, North Korea, and even Tokyo, Japan's getting snow next week.
Oh no, Tokyo.
And it got lots of cold weather, Mongolia and Siberia, like Yakutsk, Norilsk, and Oymyakon, Russia, Magadan, Russia. It's extremely cold there right now. And Hong Kong is dry, so it's cold and dry in Beijing, China. It's dry in Wuhan, China right now. A lot of rain heading towards Philippines right now. Lots of rain and thunderstorms in eastern Philippines right now. and it's drier than normal in Vietnam, Laos, Thailand, and all those places. It's
That's
really
not a
dry
very
with
dry
Bangladesh and
place
Myanmar.
normally.
In India, it's lots of dry weather in India, except for Sri Lanka. And in Delhi, India, it's really dry. Mumbai, India is in dry season too. So is Nepal, Pakistan, Afghanistan, Iran. Then it got some western Iran. It's going to get lots of rain. The forecast got really cold weather aiming it towards northern Iran, northern Iraq. You get really cold temperatures in Iraq and all those places in Syria. And it got a little bit of showers in parts of the Middle East, like Saudi Arabia is really hot and dry. And it's really dry out right now in our Arab Emirates and all those places. And then it got lots of rain in Israel, possible snow in Israel, Jordan, Lebanon, all those places. And it got the snow in the forecast in Israel. It's really dry Sahara Desert right now, including Morocco, Algeria, Libya. Then it got cold weather aiming towards north coast Egypt.
Yeah, even some cold coming down to Egypt, all the way down to Egypt, eh, Frankie?
Yeah. Then it got it's really dry in Nigeria, Ghana right now.
Pretty hot there in some of those places, eh? Nigeria, 37 degrees tomorrow.
And it got some really hot weather in South Africa. Lots of rain, thunderstorms going on in Angola right now. So it's Mozambique and Botswana, Zimbabwe, Zambia, and all those places. And Madagascar and La Rio and Mauritius Islands. A lot of rain, thunderstorms in southern Congo. Uganda's in the dry season right now. And the weather all across Australia. There's a big rainstorm heading towards Townsville, Queensland, Australia. This Friday and Saturday coming up, it's going to be so much rain there. In Perth, Western Australia, is drier than normal right now. In Central Australia, it's really hot and dry right now. In Darwin, Australia, lots of rain, thunderstorms, and hail. In East Coast Australia, it's summer there right now. Like in Sydney, Australia. Next Thursday, possible, it's going to bring a lot of rain. Sydney, Australia, and hail. And up around Southwest Pacific. A lot of warm weather aiming towards Invercargill, New Zealand. As well. Then it's going to turn cold in Invercargill, New Zealand this Sunday coming. Then it got some rain in the forecast in southern South Island, New Zealand. And it's really hot in Auckland, New Zealand, Gisborne, New Zealand, New Plymouth, New Zealand, Hamilton, New Zealand, Hawke's Bay, New Zealand, and Wellington, New Zealand. It's really hot right now. Olivier told me sun has risen for the first time up in Klugatuk, Nunavut.
Nice. Congratulations, Kugluk on having some sunshine.
The sun's coming up. That means it's days, then it'll gain more sunlight and daylight later on. And I got something to say. It's still 24-hour dark and it's still down below the Antarctic Circle, and it's daylight up above the Arctic Circle.
There you go. Thanks for
up
the
above
fabulous.
The Arctic Circle is 24-hour darkness still, and daylight 24 hours a day down below Antarctic Circle.
Thank you for the fabulous worldwide weather report, Frankie. Always appreciated. Certainly, if anybody has any questions for Frankie in the group chat or Brandon
and
or
I heard an
Hank.
announcement about the return of Base Guy show after New Year's.
The
now
return of
share screen.
Base Guy show. Frankie's going to show us now some of the worst weather in the entire world. Frankie's got videos from the last week we're going to review.
Hey everybody, I'll be on Base Guy show on Friday, January 9th, 2026 at 11:50 p.m. Atlantic, 10:50 p.m. Eastern, 7:50 p.m. Pacific. Hey, if you want to have to go see me on Base Guy show, then I'll be talking about the weather in Montreal. I'll be talking about the weather anywhere in the world, and I'll be talking about the weather in Montreal and the surrounding areas in St. Anne de Bellevue and the rest of the world. Everyone have to go see me on Base Guy show on Friday, January the 9th, 2026 at 11:50 p.m. Atlantic, 10:50 p.m. Eastern, 7:50 p.m. Pacific. Everyone have to go see me on Base Guy show then from Frank Downs.
Everyone in the whole entire world. What do you got? You got some bad weather from this week, Frankie? Ryan Voutilainen's just joined us too from Vancouver. So now we have quite the panelists. Quite the panel of panelists.
And that means I don't see as much postal Kirill backing off lately because their government.
Oh, he's probably in a gulag now for talking about the weather. Or like for being on our show. Like sharing weather secrets from Russia with the Canadians. That's a big no-no, I guess.
That's for them. That's their country. Indonesia's getting so much rain lately.
Yeah, you got some Indonesia rain videos for us, Frankie?
I'm just resharing the video.
Okay, it's coming, everybody. Evening, Ryan. Good to see you. Happy
Good
New-
evening.
Okay, we got Here we go. I can see it now. It's a big
It sure ain't
flood.
Russia.
It's not Russia, but it will have to do. It's Indonesia. It's a big flood. Pretty loud. And like look at that. There's like trees in the water and mud. Probably little animals too. Logs.
Here in the
nice.
rainy season.
Logs that animals would eat are just going down the river. Really bad floods in Indonesia this week.
Oh, I see
Oh,
this
my
tree hitting the
goodness.
bridge.
That was
the
a
roof.
bad one.
Oh, I missed it.
Where is this, Frankie? It's a roof blowing
Indonesia.
off. In Indonesia, even the roofs were blowing off, and then they have all that flooding and with no roof on. A big apartment building. Holy,
Yeesh.
look at...
That's in
Yeah.
Turkey.
Oh, that's in Turkey. Okay. I was going to say, what the heck happened in Turkey, Frankie? That's quite the roof blowing incident. So for you radio listeners, it's like a 10-story high apartment building that's been there for 1,000 years, and its roof is just blowing away.
And there's another Turkey weather.
Here's some more Turkey weather for you guys. Now, radio listeners, let me describe this for you. It's blowing, it's windy, there's a whole bunch of the exact same van, and the weather is blowing at it, and there's a guy trying to walk through it. He should be taking cover when it's blowing like that, unless he's a certified storm chaser, weather expert like Brandon Hauk. Then he could almost lose his toque. Yeah, we got more. There's a huge crane
no.
falling down at the shipyards. That's nuts. All this stuff is in the ocean, splashing around. Wow, what the heck happened there, Frankie? Can you give us any intel, Frankie, on what was the story is?
Cold air and warm air fighting each other in Turkey.
Cold air and warm air were fighting. And that's the result, is all these boats got wrecked.
They sure did. Holy.
They're getting just slammed up against the shoreline by giant waves crashing on the beaches. Holy, boats wrecked everywhere in Turkey.
Son of a
That's-
beach.
That's a terrible time for anybody who has a boat in Turkey this week. What a storm that was. Blowing roofs off, wrecking boats, flooding streets. It just had everything in that one. I give that storm an 8 out of 10. That was a good one.
And there's Indonesia again.
Okay, now to Indonesia. They have a loud flood happening there.
Jungle
A very
flood.
green place there. Lots of hills with trees on them, palm trees of sorts. And now there's a huge flood that's wrecking all these dwellings that people live. There's a hydro pole. I guess they don't call it a hydro pole. An electricity pole there that's sort of bent sideways. There's people standing there with an umbrella. There's devastation everywhere. There's nothing funny about it.
There's Albania.
Time to go to
Albania.
Albania. Yeah. So now we're looking in Albania where there's a bunch of cars in the flood. And here's someone's making the mistake of driving a car through the flood, Frankie. And look at all the cars that are now abandoned in
A
the
lot
flood.
of people are too busy working over in Albania too.
Well, just because you're too busy to work, you're not going to get there any faster if your car gets flooded and you get stranded in the middle of the street. So there's a bunch
Their
of
bosses
abandoned...
don't care in European countries too.
Their bosses don't care, eh? Is that what they're like at the mall? They're Frankie. They're like the worst weather in the world. They're like, come, We don't care, Frankie.
It's their country.
Yeah. So in their country, yeah, there are a lot of vehicles obviously, some of those vehicles were trying to drive around and then got stopped and people had to abandon it. Now their cars are stuck out in the flooded street.
Even school
And others
buses
were
get
just
stuck
parked.
in those countries.
Even school buses get stuck, and then some people were just parked there, and their cars got flooded anyways. But it seems like a
In
lot
some
of ones
other
that are
countries,
parked there.
kids have to wear uniforms to go to school.
Well, that in Canada too, Frankie, kids have to wear uniforms in some schools.
In Japan.
Well, Canada too. I'm here to tell you, Catholic schools, for example, right? Kids all wear uniforms.
I wore a uniform to elementary school.
What happens
Ryan-
in Japan?
What kind of uniform was it, Ryan? Did you have to wear a little tie?
I wore blue dress pants
There's
and a
Dominican-
white and blue
Dominican
checkered
Republic.
shirt.
In the Dominican Republic, Frankie?
Okay, that's a lot of water.
Man, that's terrible. What are people going to do? So just remember, if you think you have it bad tonight, they have it worse there. Unless you're from there and you're watching this.
Yeah, like getting out of that water looks like it's a long hike to get out of that water.
It's moving very fast, too. It's not very safe. You can get swept away even in very shallow water that's moving fast. People do.
That's why firemen use hose to wash all the sand away from the winter. When summer comes.
Oh, basement's flooded. There's a toilet that's flooded there, and a bathroom, and some chairs that are in the floodwater in this house, radio listeners. Trying my best to describe it for you.
And here's West Java, Indonesia.
Kang, tolong bantuannya dong tim SAR. Ini udah kanan kiri kali banjir, tolong diterusin.
She sounds
That looks like
distressed.
same place.
Ini udah banyak yang masih
People
But the
are
language
upset
is different.
because they have a lot of different languages in Indonesia, actually. Like, a lot. I don't know how many. Some of those places down there have a lot of different languages.
Yeah, I heard that too. New Guinea is crazy that way.
Yeah, exactly.
That's over
Small-
Spain.
It's a small country with ancient cultures that just all decided, you know what? We don't need to talk. We're like on the West Coast here. Everyone had like some trading languages. Maybe they have some trading languages there too.
Apparently, over
traditionally. I don't know.
700 indigenous languages in Indonesia, according to my quick little research.
That's beautiful. Think of that. Think of all the different ways of describing reality that exist out there. How everyone's different emphasis is built into their words, right? How you see the world, how you view it. And in that way, English is very utilitarian and not very imaginative and not very descriptive.
It's time for Brian and Hulk report.
That's true.
It's time.
That's true. It is time for the Brandon Hauk report. And I do have a Frankie video later on for everybody too. That's really good.
I have a question for Frankie.
Okay.
And then they'll play the Frankie video before
Yeah,
Friday.
well, Frankie, I have a question for you. Who do
Yes.
you think is going to get more rain in the next week, Ryan or myself? Ryan in BC or myself in Saskatchewan?
Ryan, BC.
Yeah, I think so too. I think you got it.
The atmospheric river is coming.
Yes.
I have a good feeling it's going to be. Yeah, I'll go with Ryan. I'll go with Ryan as well. So, Frankie, what we'll do is we'll save the Frankie video for with 10 minutes to go in the show.
Yes.
We'll do that, okay? So now for the Brandon Hauk report.
A Brandon Hauk report.
Oh, hi. This is the Brandon Hauk Report.
Brought to you by
Smoking good barbecue.
Smoking good, Brandon Hauk.
We got some smoking good temperatures coming.
Yeah, the big January thaw.
You're
Yes.
welcome. Once again,
Thanks.
you're welcome.
Thank you very much. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll start off with the first 5 days of January were nothing but fog and stratus and Rime Frost. And I would say the Rime Frost around here was absolutely stellar in Brooks, Calgary, all across most of southern Alberta. But it also caused some problems, as in putting some weight on some power lines, and we were traveling underneath these the large power lines, which caused that was damaged by the August 20th storm back in August there. And the rime frost on those big, large transmission towers was falling off, and one piece of ice broke the windshield. So almost sounded like softball-sized hail hitting the vehicle. That was what it sounded like when it fell from those very large power lines and down to the surface there. So pretty wild stuff indeed. And then it also cut power twice at my location. I slept through the first power outage, which was good. And
yeah,
then
that's
the next,
perfect, eh?
yeah, and I guess the power went out last night, And then the second one, it went off when I was doing my work on a Monday earlier this week, but I was still able to get work done thanks to 3 bars of cell phones coverage. So we were able to do a radio show in the dark, which was kind of creepy at the same time, Very creepy. Very, very creepy. And then eventually, once we got through Tuesday, we saw the sun again for the first time this year. And we got a Chinook, and that was very nice for the middle of the week. And then, today was not too bad. The last couple of days been pretty decent temperatures around the melting point there. Not too bad, fairly nice conditions. And then as we're looking ahead into this weekend, oh, yes, we are going to really heat things up across the province of Alberta, especially in the days ahead. So, taking a look into Friday here, we've got a little system moving into the northern part of the province. We'll get a bit of snow up in the north. Not a lot of snow, so it's not going to bring a lot of precipitation to Alberta. It's a different story as you move into the BC side of the border. We're going to get hit hard with significant rains on the BC coast and the mountain snows, at least as we go through Friday and on into Saturday there. But through the weekend, with that westerly flow, we're going to see our temperatures really warm up in Alberta. Still remaining on the cold side across Saskatchewan and Manitoba, as you got a plume of Arctic air kind of nosing on by here Friday into Saturday. Then as we move through Sunday, we'll be seeing temperatures mid to high single numbers, and this is pretty much widespread across Alberta. We're going to be seeing these fairly balmy temperatures. And then the next storm system, atmospheric river, moves on to the BC coast in the Monday. That's going to likely produce some fairly strong winds in southwestern Alberta that will gust over 100 kilometers an hour, and we'll see double-digit daytime highs across southern portions of Alberta Monday into Tuesday. So 11, 12 degrees looking very, very likely for the beginning of next week across the south. And Saskatchewan is going to tap into some of this warmer air as well, getting at or just slightly above the melting point. And same goes for Manitoba as well. So while the west enjoys this beautiful weather, the east coast through central Canada still going to remain cold right around Hudson Bay, with temperatures right around -20. And we're going to be watching a storm on the east coast here that could cause a bit of a problem Sunday and Monday, with potential near blizzard conditions in Newfoundland, Labrador there. So those are some of the things we'll be watching as we go into next week. But for us here in the prairies, looks like we are going to stay dry and mild into the start of next week. And probably, I won't say until maybe the middle and towards the end of next week, where we may see a pattern change there. So that's something we'll definitely continue to monitor very closely. Okay. So the stories that I found today. Oh boy. And these are all stories from today, actually, from the radio world today. First off, we go to China here, where there's a public washroom. That's right. A public washroom here, where they've had some problems with people smoking in the washroom. Now, so they've decided to make the, everything glass around the stalls there. Okay? So they make them glass. and it's kind of all fogged in or something like that. Okay, so the stalls are all fogged in. So once this, I don't know, there's some sort of detection in here. Once it gets a whiff of cigarette smoke, the stalls will go from a fog to clear so that everybody can see you. And then there's an announcement that goes over the intercom that tells you not to smoke in the washroom, which I thought was quite wild. So
How
that was,
oppressive. Big Brother's watching, yeah.
That's funny.
that is. That
I
is
don't think, yeah, I
hilarious.
mean, that's sort of sexual misconduct. I don't think that's
I don't-
okay. Whether you're-
I'm like, do I want to see that or do I not want to see that? I think I don't know.
Yeah, it's like you're in the bathroom with this
I want
guy.
to
and it's
hear.
like,
I want to hear the reaction rather than see the reaction.
I'm sure there are signs that tell people that if you start smoking, people will see you.
still,
Yeah.
it's like if I'm the other guy who just happens to be in the bathroom, and it's like, well, first I got punished by a guy smoking, but then I had to see his thing too.
Yeah,
It's like,
fair
it
enough.
wasn't my fault, but I got punished twice.
Yeah. Anyways, so that's one story. Another thing is, jellyfish actually have the same sleep schedule as humans. It's another thing I found out today as well. So, very interesting fact there. And I guess they also spend probably about 2 hours scrolling on their phones too. Who knows? They might.
Not enough.
All right. And then, yeah. Then I am going to go into the dad joke calendar.
The dad joke calendar. Calendar.
I know.
Are you
Some
even
of
a
you-
dad, Brandon?
No,
No.
but I have
Uncle?
the count. No, not
No.
that either. No.
Well,
I'm
I'll use
just-
one of these on my nephews or my niece.
Oh yeah, it's a good calendar. There's some pretty bad jokes in here. So, anyways, you want to know why sand is so optimistic?
Sand?
No.
No.
No, that's a December joke.
Yeah, it has a can-do attitude, right? Yeah. Sand.
Oh my goodness.
So that's.
Yeah, let's try another one.
We'll try another one. Okay. Why don't dollar bills make good friends?
Why?
Because they are always changing. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh my.
All right, another one. Here we go. We're going through all of them this week, the whole week. Okay. So
Oh
this,
boy. Okay,
we got the fourth, we got
Buckle
the
in.
fifth covered. Here's the sixth. Okay. Why don't astronauts ever get bored?
Oh no.
They always find space for fun.
Oh my word.
Make it stop.
If
All right.
there's a power outage at your place again, Brandon, I suggest that you use this to light a fire.
All right. Why do turkeys play percussion?
Why?
They have drumsticks.
Oh, huh.
So that was the 7th. All right, here's today, the 8th of January. Why shouldn't you buy hamburgers in Athens?
Why?
Too greasy.
They're
Because
greasy.
it's too
yeah.
greasy. There we
Yeah.
go. There we go.
Yes! Yes!
All right.
Good job, Hank.
Okay,
Hank's
so
got
we'll go
like
through
50
the 9.
kids.
Here's the
You
9.
knew he was gonna get one.
Why didn't the lifeguard save the hippie?
Because he was awesome.
He was too far out. All
They've
right.
been so bad today.
One more. Here's the last one for this
Do they
week.
get better?
I hope. Why don't trees take the bus? Because they can never decide on a route.
Oh.
Womp womp womp
This week was
womp.
terrible.
Wow.
We'll try it again next week. See if they're any better.
I'll be there. I'll be there. A couple of them are pretty good, actually. Okay. Well, we got a video from Mark to go. We got a video from Frankie to go. We got Hank Fleister. We got Ryan Vodalainen. Let's get right to it there. Hank, Saskatchewan this week. Speak to us.
We had rhyme frost ourselves here, but we do get it more than Calgary, for instance, does. We get a lot of that. So we got it again. And I got some pictures. I saw Aurora Borealis last night. I just happened to be up at the weird time of night that showed up. And that should be making a repeat appearance on the weekend at some point, most likely, if the skies are clear enough. And I'm not so sure on that count.
It's been weeks for me almost. There's been 1 or 2 nights.
We have tonight, it's going to be about -20 or a little colder, feel like more like -25 overnight here tonight, one night only. So
how does that make you feel?
I go, I roll again. Okay, fine, but it's only one night, so I can put up with it. I'm excited about the weather coming up. As Brandon was saying, already Saturday's a lot better. And then Sunday, for like a week straight, starting Sunday, were highs around 0 pretty much every day. And that'll be really, really nice because we haven't had that in forever.
That is merciful, eh?
Yeah. Especially that many days in a row. A lot of times when it does warm up, it just so happens that's also when it gets super windy. So we'll see. We'll see what the wind is like. But yeah, it'll be like you're looking forward to the one day that's warm, and then it's like, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So often will happen like that. Yeah.
Hank Vliestra. How about you, Ryan Vodalainen?
Well, Happy New Year, everybody.
Happy New Year.
I've been back to work for 3 days after spending 8 days on southern Vancouver Island, which was amazing. If you have never been down to Port Renfrew, which used to be called Port San Juan, I found out, but they changed the name because everybody kept sending mail and it kept ending up on the San Juan Islands in Washington State. I don't know how that happens, but there you go. But we were there. The weather was beautiful. Well, it was foggy in Vancouver. The sun was out shining there. And I got to meet Big Lonely Doug.
Big Lonely Doug?
Oh, a tree.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
So Big Lonely Doug is a over 1,000-year-old Douglas fir, part of one of our old growth forests that unfortunately was raised for probably to build homes and all those things. So the area was logged. But I guess this logger back in 2011 or so, when they were surveying the land, decided that that tree was special and they should keep Big Lonely Doug. But of course, they took out everything around it. So there's this one giant tree kind of in the middle of this this area of new growth now. So I guess it's been 10 years now since it's been replanted. So it doesn't look as lonely from close up, but man, he was huge.
That poor tree. Can you imagine? That'd be so shocking to its nervous system.
I know. And it's quite it's a fun little drive to get there. You have to go up some logging roads, and it tells you, of course, GPS never rely on it for these sorts of things, but it tells you, oh yeah, it's going to take you 30 minutes to get there, and an hour and a half later, because it takes you got to drive 20 kilometers an hour, not the 70 it thinks you're going to go to get there. But it was well worth it. So yeah, and the beaches were really cool that were down that way as well. There was some cool spots where you could see intertidal little pools where there was various different types of animals that kind of survive in these weird conditions, and some beautiful wave action. I was hoping for some more, but it was fairly calm. The last day we had one of the high astronomical tides, so you got to see this whole area that was completely land before it flooded, and there was actually trees that were in the water because the ocean was so high. So that was kind of
that'd
our
be
holiday
neat.
period. So it was, but it was a lot of fun. So never thought about going to that part of the island, and I'm so glad I did. That said, those that hike are very familiar with Port Renfrew that have done the West Coast Trail because that's where it ends or starts. But I guess most people start in Banfield and then walk their way south and finish there.
Okay.
So yeah, other than that, the weather down here is, I missed the thunderstorm last night, apparently at 1 o'clock in the morning, but that's typical around here. They happen when you least expect them, or one-hit wonders, as I like to call them. And we've been seeing some lots of beautiful snow in the mountains locally. They looked amazing this morning, but of
More
course,
coming.
no, maybe a bit more tomorrow. But that's it for us. The rain is going to come and start washing it away with an atmospheric river, which is going to bring you your mild temperatures you were talking about.
Yeah, well,
Brandon
that's
was
gonna.
talking about, and it's going to start melting everything down here, unfortunately. So hopefully,
Even up there.
even
On
up
top
there,
of yeah, even
that's
high
over
up.
2,500 meters, so it's going to be well above our local mountains,
Mm.
unfortunately. So right to the tops of the local ski hills, it's going to be raining by the
It'll
time
probably
we hit
still be
Sunday.
snowing here, but yeah, for you down there,
Yeah.
Yeah, you're
it's
close
gonna
enough to the cold up there.
suck. Yeah, that's
Yep, it's going to get wet, and then I guess we might have our fun fog time as well. But we don't get the fun rime ice that they get on the prairies because it's just cold enough to be cold outside, but just warm enough not to get pretty ice crystals on everything.
And that's why they call it No Fun Vancouver, because they don't get the rime ice.
No, exactly.
That's what I heard.
And that's what I know right
exactly the reason, yeah.
Okay, well, we'll come back to you guys. I got meteorologist Mark has sent something in, and I think it's probably great.
It will probably touch on a few things I've touched on already.
Yeah, I mean, we'd be repeating everything we said, which is good because that will confirm.
Yes.
Confirms our bias there that meteorologist Mark is a scientist. He's allowed to agree with us. That's a good thing. That's right. Here we go, meteorologist Mark.
Hello, everyone. Mark Ingalls here, recording this for the Meteorological Report on Thursday, January 8th. We're still doing early mornings at work, so recording this before the show so I can go to bed on time. But even though this is for the Meteorological Report, obviously it's applicable because it's weather. Anyway, hope you're having a good day. Today we are looking at an atmospheric river coming in. So this will be a true Pineapple Express. There are lots of haters when we talk about atmospheric rivers because they're like, well, when I was a kid, we called them Pineapple Expresses. You know, that's kind of true when I was a kid too. But the thing is we've learned a lot more about Pineapple Expresses. And we've learned that they don't all come from lands of pineapples. In fact, many of them don't. So Pineapple Express we reserve for atmospheric rivers coming from Hawaii. And this one is like the moisture is not coming from near Hawaii, it's coming from Hawaii. And so this is going to be aimed mostly at Seattle, but we'll definitely feel the impacts of this in British Columbia. What's happening is we have a war between low pressure in the Gulf of Alaska and high pressure off of the coast of California. What that's going to do is with these low pressure systems, they always have a cold front associated with them, but the high pressure is going to stop those cold fronts from progressing onward. And so the result is going to be that we have a plume of moisture aimed at the Pacific Northwest here for about 3 days or so. That begins on Sunday and lasts through Tuesday. Because it's coming from Hawaii, we'll have snow levels raise quite a bit. In fact, we're looking at 6,000 to 7,000 foot snow levels in Washington. That's bad news there because they've had a dismal snow year, and they finally started loading up on the snowpack in the Washington Cascades for the last week or so, and we're about to lose most of it. So British Columbia is actually in a decent spot for snowpack. We'll lose some snowpack around the lower mainland. BC portion of the Cascades, Southern Coast Range sort of idea. But with most of BC lying north of the atmospheric river, we're still going to get mountain snow in a lot of places, including the central coast range, Kootenays, Rockies, Caribou, all that good stuff. It'll be rain in Prince George, and temperatures are still going to warm up in the interior, but it's not going to be as warm as places further south like Spokane or Kennewick. So that's the story there. Like I said, that lasts through about Tuesday, and then afterwards, that California high expands northward. In the summer, we'd be talking about big heat, but this time of year with the sun angle, we're talking about temperature inversions in the lowlands. That is where a temperature inversion, typically the temperature declines with altitude. It gets cooler in the mountains than it is in the valleys. But because the sun angle is so low this time of year, we form cold pools in valleys. The deepest cold pool is going to be in the Columbia Basin of eastern Washington, but I think by next weekend we may be seeing that cold pool extending as far north as Kelowna, up the Okanagan. We may also see some inversion activity in the lower mainland here, but of course, since we're not completely surrounded by mountains, we've got open access to the ocean here. It takes longer for that inversion to form. Still, we're looking at sunny skies in the mountains, at least south of what's a good marker there? At least south of about Kamloops, we'll have sunny skies in the mountains, and we'll start off sunny here in the lower mainland, but eventually, if this lasts long enough, we'll get low clouds and cold weather, even though it remains sunny and warm in the mountains. So that's going to continue to decimate the snowpack in southern BC, Washington, and Oregon. Though, with the storm track aiming further north, that is going to raise snow levels in the northern part of the province, but it shouldn't be so high that we're completely destroying the snowpack in central and northern British Columbia. So that's the main story, and it looks like we may keep this pattern into the week of the 19th. Now, there is a stratospheric warming event happening in Alaska, and that always comes with polar vortex disruptions this time of year. We are going to have a polar vortex disruption, and it looks like we're going to get very cold in the prairie provinces, probably the last week of January. Maybe also the week of the 19th, but last week of January, it's looking quite cold in the prairie provinces. Jury's still out on whether that'll impact British Columbia or not, but that'll open the tap to bring in some very cold air from Northwest Territories down into the prairies and then into the Great Lakes region. So be looking forward to that. I'm going to be in Houston for the last week of January as part of the American Meteorological Society conference. So hopefully I can miss out on most of that cold weather. I don't like the cold. There's a reason why I live in the only Canadian city where it doesn't snow. Anyway, that's the weather as I have it. Yeah. Follow us on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, and CastBox. Follow me on Facebook as Ingalls Weather. And those are the plugs. Have a good day.
Have a good day to you too, Mark. We got a couple minutes before Frankie McDonald comes back. What's your big prediction? What's the big story for the weekend, do you think? Somebody. Brandon.
For the weekend.
Yes, big prediction.
January thaw. Warm temperatures. That's
January thaw, warm temperature. Big prediction there. Ryan, big prediction this weekend, North America. Big story prediction.
It's going to rain in Vancouver.
It's going to rain in Vancouver there.
Crazy stuff.
That is crazy. I can't believe it.
I know, nobody can.
What do you think's the big weather story this weekend? Some more Northern Lights?
Yeah, that'll be my story. But I'm stealing this from the Hulkster. The big story is going to be a lot of snow and wind in Newfoundland. I had no clue until he said it. But there it is. Thanks, Brandon.
You're welcome.
Going to be a big story in Newfoundland there. Unfortunately,
and yet for them, they're like, oh, it's just another storm. I have friends that live outside in St. John's, and they're like, meh. I'm like, 80 centimeters of snow is coming. No big deal. Just another day in Newfoundland.
80 centimeters of snow, 100K winds. You know, just another day.
Just another day, no big deal. We'll bring out the snow plow. And
That means where's Mark Ingalls?
We just had his was a
He
video.
was just here.
Yeah, he was just here, but in video form, Frankie.
And where is the Frankie videos when you made Joey?
I got him right here. Just before we go there, there is just now a flash flood warning in Chicago, Frankie. Just put up right now on the board. Flash flooding warning in Chicago tonight and some of the surrounding areas for northeastern Cook County, northeastern Illinois, DuPage County, northwestern Will County. Doppler radar and automated rain gauges indicate a line of heavy rainfall extending just south of Chicago Loop. So there's we'll look at that in a few minutes. But first, we're going to go now back and watch the Frankie video of the week. I got the brand new Frankie video of the week I made, Frankie. It's really great. Do you want to know what it's called?
Yes.
It's called Frankie Video of the Week. I gave it a really creative title this time. Here it goes. What this is, everybody, is a compilation of all Frankie's great videos this week put into a 5-minute format. The legend Frankie McDonald himself. Here we go.
This is Frankie McDonald, my own TV station in Sydney, Nova Scotia. Attention, it is snowing to beat the band.
Say hi, Joey only. Say hi, Joey only.
Hi, Joey.
Hey, everybody. Here's the heft, the secondary handle that shovels snow and do gardening work and things like this. Here's me shoveling with a heft that reduces lower back pain injury risk. Here's my announcement for my world tour. Here's my update on my world tour 2026 update. When I go on the world tour, I will need a publicist, I will need engineers and sound crew and light crew and things like this. Hey everybody, with thunderstorm is headed towards Singapore on Friday, January 2nd, 2026. Santa Ana winds is headed towards Los Angeles, California, surrounding areas on Friday, January 9th, 2026 is going to bring Ron Santa Ana winds traveling to every country in the world non-stop. It will be never-ending world tour for me. I will not stop. I will keep going non-stop. I'll be traveling to every country in the world. I'll be traveling to every province and territory in Canada. I'll be traveling to all 50 states and U.S. territories like Puerto Rico, Guam, U.S. Virgin Islands. I'll be traveling to all 50 U.S. states, performing on the stage on my world tour, both indoor Fenians and outdoor Fenians. I'll be traveling to every region in Mexico. I'll be traveling to every place in Guatemala, Costa Rica, El Salvador, Nigeria, Honduras, and Panama. I'll be traveling to every single country down South America, like Colombia, Venezuela, Peru, Ecuador, Bolivia, Brazil, Argentina, Chile, and Stanley Falkland Islands. I'll be traveling to United Kingdom, Wales, England, Scotland, Ireland, Isle of Man. I'll be traveling to all the European countries like France, Spain, Portugal, Germany, Denmark, Belgium, Netherlands, Austria, Italy. Hi. This is Laura Lee. To my fans, this is one of my friends, Laura Lee. Say hi, Laura Lee. Say hi, Joey only.
Hi, Joey. Have a good one.
Croatia, Bosnia. I'll be traveling to Serbia. I'll be traveling to Greece, Albania, Turkey. I'll be traveling to Latvia, Estonia. I'll be traveling to Norway, Finland, Sweden, Belarus, Poland, Russia, China. I'll be traveling to Japan, South Korea. I'll be traveling to Thailand, Hong Kong, Taiwan, India, Pakistan. I'll be traveling to Middle East for my world tour before I'm on stage as well. Hey everybody, let's say hi, Joey only.
Holy we're in a police chase right now, boys. We're running from the cop.
Say hi, Joey only.
Joey only, help us here, buddy.
This is a heft that's attached onto the shovel that can reduce your lower back pain injury risk. Here's me using the heft. Heavy snow is headed towards Berlin, Germany, with cold temperatures on Friday, January 9th, 2026. It's going to bring lots of snow and cold temperatures to Berlin, Germany, Siberia, like Yakutsk, Norilsk, Magadan, and all those places. On my world tour, I'll be traveling to Africa, South Africa, Botswana, Angola, Namibia. To perform on stage, I'll be traveling to Mozambique, Madagascar, Mauritius, and Mauritius Islands. Say hi, Joey only.
Hi, Joey only.
I'm Frankie Down. You're listening to Meteorological Weather Report every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Late. Heavy rains headed towards Tirana, Albania on Wednesday, January 7, 2026. Australia, New Zealand, French Polynesia, Fiji Islands. I'll be traveling to all the South Pacific tropical islands, including Chile, down South America, and Easter Island, and Chile. I'll be traveling to every country in the world. That's the heft right here. Heavy snows headed towards Sofia, Bulgaria on Thursday, January 8, 2026. I like to say hi, Joey only. Say hi, Joey only.
Hi, Joey only.
I'm Frankie Down. You're listening to Meteorological Weather Report every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Late. I will wish all of my Russian fans and all my fans from Russia a Merry Orthodox Christmas on Wednesday, January 7, 2026. Because too many AI videos on social media these days, and so many AI videos are out there. It's AI, and people can't know it's AI, but it's not. When I upload upload my videos to my YouTube channel and my other social media accounts. My videos are not AI all. And repeat, it's not AI. Videos of Frank Down, it's not AI. Stop saying my videos are AI, but it's not true. And my videos are not AI all. There's me moving my fingers. The heft is the secondary handle. Pilot, I'll need a publicist, I'll need a PR company. There's me moving my fingers all together. I'll need a lot of people on my world tour, like public relations company. Heavy Snows headquarters, Belgrade, Serbia. When you write comments on my videos, please don't say my videos are AI. Don't go saying my videos are AI on the comments at all, because videos of me on my YouTube channel and my social media accounts is not AI at all. That's me using a heft. This is a heft. Attach on the shovel. Say hi, Joey Only.
What's up, Joey?
I'm showing how to use the heft. Thanks for watching, Frank Down.
Hey, Frankie, that's the Frankie video of the week. What'd you think?
That's the heft. The secondary handle attaches on the shovel.
Yeah,
I
like
first heard about the heft that was for Dean Bernadette of Winnipeg, Manitoba back in March 2016.
Frankie liked the heft part, especially. How do people find you on the internet, Frankie?
If you want to find me on social media, my blue sky is at Frankie MacD. My link tree is Frankie MacDonald. And my X4 Twitter is at Frankie MacD. And my threads is at Frankie MacD984. And my Reddit is FrankDonald984. My Facebook is Frank McDonald. My Instagram is Frankie MacD984. My TikTok is FrankDonald984. My Clapper is FrankDonald984. My Twitch is FrankDonald984. My Snapchat is Frankie MECD1. My YouTube channel is Dog Swoops. And my LinkedIn is Frank Donald McDonald. Best of luck to you. I'm Frank Donald. You're listening to Meteorology Weather Report every Thursday night at 7 p.m. Pacific, 11 p.m. Atlantic.
That's Frankie. I'm Joey. Yeah, that's right. That's another week. The 227th time we've done this, Frankie. Made a little weather video, a little weather forecast.
So you should start your own subreddit.
Oh, yeah. I don't even know what that means. You know.
That you can share. You can share it on your subreddit. It's called All Your Past Meteorological Weather Reports.
That sounds like maybe we should talk about that sometime. I have so much social media already, it seems like, and I'm not good at any of them. I spend like most of the time in jail on all of them except for YouTube.
That is, you should join Reddit and create your own subreddit.
Actually, Blue Sky is good to me. Everything but Facebook's good to me. I'm lying. Every other social media is great to me. Maybe I should do more. You're right.
That means you left the Cable Access TV last year.
Yeah, that was too much work for me. It was too much work for me, Frankie, for zero pay. But bless their hearts, they're good people there, and we like doing the show with them. But yeah, it's too much for me to take on, for sure. Our small show, nonetheless, we are on the radio out there. Thank you, radio stations, Prince George and Winnipeg, Kamloops, Lillooet. Thanks for having us on there. Thanks for being here, Brandon Hauk, for the 210th time. Thanks, Ryan Vodalainen, for coming here. I would say thanks, Hank Fleistra, but he left. Okay, I changed my mind. Thanks,
and
Hank.
Ryan Rissicky's supposed to be fighting against that guy from Chile on March 7th, possible.
Who's fighting who?
What?
Ryan Rissicki, the professional boxer for Sydney, Nova Scotia.
I thought I was fighting somebody from Chile. I'm like, what?
On March 7th, possible.
I finally saw the video of that Jake Paul getting his jaw broken, and I wish I hadn't seen it. It was awful, but he probably has brain damage now, is my assessment, having seen that.
Oh.
And but he also had brain damage beforehand, so that's a very safe guess I've had there. Well, that's almost a show for another week here.
That's the show.
Caribou Weather Dude YouTube channel out here in Wells, British Columbia. You can always find us every Thursday night. Come subscribe. I'm almost at 10,000 subscribers. That would blow my mind if one of you radio listeners out there subscribed and said, I heard you on the radio. I'd say, wow, I never have. Well, I never
this
do.
year is the 10-year anniversary when I first mentioned, when I first heard about heft.
That's for 10-year anniversary of Frankie hearing about heft this year. It's a big one, and he'll be celebrating by going to Rib Fest for sure. That's the show this week, everybody.
That's the show.
That's the show, Brandon. Joey Only signing off. That's Frankie's just so instantly gone. It's
peace.
Yeah, it's just painful. You're like, if you want to say goodbye to Frankie, you have to do it, instantaneously. So our viewer from Illinois is actually out there right now. I was telling you about. So we want to go have a look at what's going on in Illinois. But yeah, look at this. Oof. Yeah, so we have outside greater Chicago area, flood warning in effect.
Flash flood even.
Flash flood warning, yes.
Warnings we don't see in Canada.
Not really, no. Doppler radar and automated rain gauges indicate a line of heavy rainfall extending just south of Chicago Loop near Orland Park. The line of showers and thunderstorms is drifting slowly eastward with rainfall rates in excess of 1 inch per hour. The hazard is flash flooding. Rapid onset flooding of creeks, streams, drainage, ditches, streets, underpasses, low-lying areas, and other poor drainage areas. That includes Chicago, Naperville, Cicero, Hammond, Evanston, Bolingbrook, Skokie, Des Plaines, Orland Park, Oak Lawn, Berwyn, Wheaton, Oak Park, Downers Grove, Elmhurst, Lombard, O'Hare Airport, Carroll Stream, Romeoville. Romeoville, that's where I should live. And Plainfield. Even down in Calumet City, another flood warning there. So, yeah, it's sucks. I mean, they had a pretty good series of floods there last year, too, I seem to recall.
They had an incredible thunderstorm in Chicago last year where people were stuck on the tarmac as it came through. But I think there's a bunch of people that are injured. Even a couple people may have died even, I believe, at a theater.
Nice and open for you in Peoria tonight, though, at least in the meantime. But yeah, I see, Brand. There's like that weird glitch going on where the colors are all messed up. It's brutal.
Normally, I'd like those colors. That'd be fun.
Yeah, well, that'd be like the most massive hailstorm ever. That would be like pure death coming down. You know, if that was like a normal radar scan, it's not. It's like some exaggerated color electric scan.
Did you change your color scheme?
No,
it's something that's going on with Radar Scope right now.
Yeah, on that radar site. Yeah.
Just that one.
Yeah. The other ones are fine. Yeah, it's just that
Interesting.
Yeah, there it goes. Boom. Back to normal when you push play. It's like, that's okay. Okay, now we're talking. That's like, holy cow, it's massive hail the size of cars. No, it's fine. It's fine.
No, that's fine. That's when you zoom in.
Just some really strong thunderstorms. Yeah, just some really strong. Oh no! Holy cow! Champagne is getting destroyed by
Hoopston's hooped.
Hoopston is hooped there. Could you imagine living in Hoopston? What a fucking name for a town. There it is. Hoopston. Oh boy, yeah. Sorry to laugh at your town in Hoopston.
Mm-hmm.
We just lost a subscriber, like somebody else. Somebody else in Illinois just happened to tune in when the algorithm's like, they're talking about Illinois. And here we are laughing at Hoopston. He's like, you should be laughing at that other town down the road.
Nah, we spent too much time in Champaign. That's why we're laughing.
So yeah, flash flooding warning in Chicago. A little bit of lightning out there even. Got to find a closer radar station, one that doesn't go wonky like that. That doesn't make it look so dramatic, does it?
No, but it you
windy.
You can see the wind shift there. That's fun.
Oh yeah.
Totally. I mean, yeah. And then the other screen's not moving. There we go. Yeah, that was an interesting line. Probably blew the carrot right off the face of a few snowmen.
So Brandon, are those damaged transmission towers still standing there along the highway?
Actually, they took them down, and then they put some smaller. There's like 3 lines of towers.
Yeah.
So the one set went down, and then they replaced them with a smaller set of transmission towers in that week there. So
yeah,
they've been all replaced in about a week. Took them about a week to do that. Yeah, it's pretty.
That's pretty fast, actually.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't know if they're gonna go with the higher ones in that section again, but it's really cool when they. So I was here when they built the other 2, and it sounds like earthquakes happening because nailing. I don't know what they're doing with it. It's like you hear big loud bangs once in a while, and then you see a helicopter flying around, and it's really fascinating how they put those together. Those big power lines.
And I watched a show once where they were doing it with people that were wearing these suits. So they were actually fixing and replacing insulators while the lines were energized. So they would wear a suit, and then they were able to then just hold on to the lines with themselves. I'm like, oh my goodness.
Oh yeah.
So the electricity is actually running around them.
So
Like a
you guys
Faraday
will
cage.
notice in the chat there. So Teresa's got a challenge here for us. I've put up the name of a town in southeastern British Columbia, and I want to see which of us has the best pronunciation of this town's name. And Teresa in the chat can let us know if anyone is correct, close. So there's the
I've never
word.
heard this one.
There's the word.
All right.
Who wants to take the stab at it first?
You sound very Canadian if you say Udistentiae. But it's Otis Chenia. Interesting. Then this is in BC. I would have thought it was somewhere in Eastern Europe.
Well, you're close on there. It's got some Doukhobor link, I think. Some kind of a Doukhobor thing going on there. Brandon, what do you got for us?
Odashenia. There we go.
So I'm guessing that Teresa's saying this because I mispronounced it in one of my forecast videos there. I know I said this town's name there the other day, so I'm guessing that I said it wrong. But I'm going to double down on my pronunciation anyways. No, I'm not. How am I going to do it? See, I thought it was Udishchinia. What do you think?
You have a
What do you think,
landfill.
Teresa? Who wins? Is it Udishchinia? Udishchinia, but no one says it like that in Canada. Because it's like people don't talk like that here. I don't know. We're waiting in the comments to see what Teresa's which one of our pronunciations is the closest there.
If we're all wrong, it'd probably be Ottershenia.
I've driven through this place. How come I've never seen?
Bingo,
it's
Joey.
like Castlegar, just across the river.
Udishchinia. You got really like Oot.
Anybody ever flown in or out of Castlegar Airport?
I've been through Castlegar. I haven't been to the airport.
That flight is leaving is crazy because it's like right into the mountain, and they have to go.
Up over the mountain. Oh, ass.
Yeah.
Yeah, right into the valley there, eh?
Yeah. Well, one way is okay, but when you're heading the one other direction, it's right into the mountainside. So you have to immediately, as soon as you got any sort of lift, you're cranking her. I guess we might not find out how to pronounce this town name until next week.
No, apparently I nailed it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, I got her. I'm the greatest of all time. So that's what Teresa said in the comments. You can go look in the chat and see for yourself there.
Oh, the other chat. I was just looking at our whatchamacallit, so I don't see it.
Cancelgar there, yeah. There we go. We got a few people watching still. Thanks for being here tonight. I'm going to put a chicken pot pie in pretty soon. And get myself some dinner here. Tyler and I had a big rehearsal today because you know what we're doing is we're going to play. Well, I'm probably going to be at an arts festival in southern British Columbia, but I don't have an official word on that yet. But we definitely have one show that I've agreed to play, and that's down in Kamloops, British Columbia, and it's going to be a really good one. So April 2nd, if you are in Kamloops, BC, I'd say, hey, you should come on down and see the Joey Only Outlaw Band country music show. It's going to be pretty friggin' good there. Tyler and I have been rehearsing today, trying to get her just right for you. Even made a little concert ad this week. Want to see it? It's great. It goes like this.
Hey, outlaw country music fans. In Kamloops, BC, Joey Only in concert April 2nd.
Yeah. Did you like that?
Nice.
There you go. Yeah. So the old outlaw country show, in effect, there, keeping it real, keeping the roots there, just like the the tradition of the people who taught me music, basically. That's right. So I guess that's that's what I got for a show, I think, this week. Unless you guys got something to add there.
No, although how much snow do you have on the ground up there now?
Like well over a meter, probably pushing a meter and a half.
Phew.
Ooh, Tashinya. Oot.
Nice.
Really gotta emphasize the oot.
Groot.
Try and
Groot.
send some cold air this way once we get over the death ridge that's gonna melt everything down here.
I
And
don't
the
like
AR.
it.
I don't like it either.
No, I don't know. I don't like the. I don't
you
want
like
it
the
to.
cold. You live in the wrong place.
Well, no, it's not that. It's that in order for you to get cold, I have
You
to
need
get
to get
very
frigid.
cold. Like
Oh,
I'm.
yeah.
It's like what is it right now here? It's -7. It's awesome.
That's
This is
mild.
This is great winter weather. I love it. That's
It's crazy though how long that cold air sat over the Yukon.
Oh,
Like
yeah.
weeks and weeks and weeks, and it finally is now moved. And now Alaska's looking at temperatures next week of 50 Fahrenheit above normal after being 40 degrees below normal.
Oh, yeah.
And I was saying that on my forecast, and people laughed at me. I said, "Damn you! I know I'm right." Like a week later, I'm like, "See, big warm up." No, I've been talking about it like all week. It's like I was like, I'm gonna gamble on this one. This is the hill I'm gonna die on. Big warm up coming to the Yukon and Northwest Alaska too. It's like I'll get famous for that one. Still waiting for the results. Yeah,
They're coming. They're coming. After that AR pushes all of this stuff, moves things around.
Yeah, it's true though. There's always like after one of these big events, there's always like, I heard that you're the guy that said it was going to happen. And then there's the other people who say, come on. And they say, weather modification. So there's the other people that say that. But that's all, like I said, like, hey, how could I have predicted it if it was weather modification? How could I predict that a guy's pushing a button somewhere? How would I know?
Because you're in on it, Joey, just like all of us.
That's what he fucking said. That's true. I thought, wow. Maybe I am in on it.
Party, never mind making sure that I'm on the same page with a million people on the planet to make sure that I'm.
Maybe I am in on
sending
it.
Space lasers out.
Didn't know. It's because I was eating that Campbell's soup that programmed my brain. Eating all those letters that jumbled weird messages into my head. It had to be something like that. Should have had my tinfoil on.
You need more vaccinations, Joey.
No, yes. No, I don't. I agree with vaccinations. Yeah.
So do I. I'm joking.
Yeah. I agree with public health. My mom's office was in the public health building growing up. It's like I watched, but I was around public health. That's what. I'm a big fan of public health, and even private health. That's like pretty good too.
Yep,
some private health out there. Yeah, just have some health for you this year, for everybody. Well, thanks for coming to the show, keeping it healthy there. We would do nothing without you 15 people. We would be nothing. Can't say enough about you. I love you. I do. It makes my week. Yeah. And you too, Ryan and Brandon. Yeah,
of course.
Really, it's just an excuse to hang out with some weather geeks every week. As far as that's the truth.
Give me my time to nerd out. I'm hopeful though that we'll see another for those that like to do public things in person, another get together of Canadian storm weather watchers, whatever you want to call them, storm chasers. Yeah. But
it's been a few years.
Like something might happen in the autumn.
Oh yeah.
In my conversations with those in the know.
Those in the know.
Yes.
So like like another like storm chaser conference or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like a Canadian one.
Excellent.
Oh,
You know,
yeah.
and I think it's good to have it in the autumn because then we can just, by the time the summer's over, we'll know who doesn't belong. Like, sorry, you're not in. Like,
No, see, but this is the thing here. We try and leave that drama south of the border.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody is welcome. It's a
like
big
how many naders? How many naders did you get? Like, I'm from BC. Like, you're right out.
Yes, I got 0, and I missed last night's thunderstorm, which bothered the heck out of me. Of course, it was at 1 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
But hey, we got thunderstorms, and nowhere else in the country did. So
That's right. That's right.
There you
That's
go.
pretty
Sometimes what I do in the
hardcore.
summertime, if I
Yeah.
know there's a thunderstorm coming and it's going to be at 1 or 2 o'clock, I'll set an alarm.
there you go. But yeah, ours, I like to call them one-hit wonders.
Yeah, those one-hit
Because
wonders.
yeah,
Popcorns.
two quick booms, and then that's it. Nothing.
Yeah.
Yeah, popcorns. By the time you wake up and then you're like, okay.
Okay, I want to chase this. It's done. Too late.
Like, yeah, you like
Get
get
your
it bed,
pants
like,
on. Oh, we're done. Yeah.
there's
that's
lightning
happened.
out there. I better go get my camera ready. And like 8 minutes later, I guess that was it. We get a lot of those popcorns in the mountains here, right? A lot of them.
But you
throughout
get
the
more.
year.
You get them more often, so you have better chances than we do.
Yeah, frequently I get excited about nothing. It's true.
Same. I'm getting excited about nothing right now. It was really nothing last night. It was one boom, and yeah. So
Sometimes I like to go park up on the mountaintop, though, as you know, and be up there when the popcorns are going through, and there's always sort of this like, whoa, I'm a storm. No, I'm not.
you need to bring a
goes to the
wig
next
with
mountain. It like hits a mountain, and suddenly kind of organizes, gets cohesive for like 5 minutes, makes a lightning flash, then goes like takes off across the bow and doesn't make a lightning flash again for 30 minutes. It's
Yeah,
or it's gone.
I dare you to bring a wig with you one like so you have it and you just bring it out and then see if the hair sticks up. Kind of hard when you're wearing your short hair.
That's a good idea. Yeah, the wig's a good idea. I don't have any wigs. I don't own a
Well,
wig.
I wouldn't expect you to, but you can get one.
Like, yeah, I suppose, eh? Would people think
I
that's
should bring
weird if
one.
I'm shopping for one?
No.
Like, take a description of me after. There's a white guy in here buying a wig.
I just come down to downtown Vancouver. Nobody will question it.
Yeah, it's true, eh? They just give them away down there. Want a
Yeah.
wig? I'm like, no, it's got bed bugs.
Ew. No.
Free wigs. Come to Vancouver. It's sick. They're everywhere.
Okay. I'm gonna make dinner now.
Okay.
Sans bed bugs.
Yeah.
Perhaps I'll put on a wig. Because my hair's
Yeah.
disappearing.
I will. Yeah, I'll try that wig thing sometime. Yeah, I'll put it out there and see if the lightning. Yeah, but no, I've been very good over the years at like having just the feeling of like when it's good and when it's not. I mean, so this summer, yeah, it did. It fucking hit me. So
See, then you can be in the car when this happens. You
yeah,
say,
that's
so
usually
for science, I have the wig out there, but I'm in the car safely.
That's usually the plan. That's a great tip, though. Yeah, but it's usually the plan, and usually, like, I'm usually aware. I've actually had a number of times over the years where I've been watching the hair on my arms, and I'm like, I don't like it. I get in, and then, like, 30 seconds later, it's like, bam, like, woohoo.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like it. Watching the hair is a pretty good one, but yeah, it was like the leader. There wasn't like much of an indication. There wasn't like a. Sometimes you can hear and feel the ionization changing, It's like, what's that? And then like before you can think about, what's that? Bam, you get your answer really quickly. Like, have you had that experience? Probably not. But,
Well, yeah, kind of.
I don't know why I just raised my hand by accident.
And you are, and lightning likes to follow the leader.
I think the AI probably like, if you do that, maybe breaks your hand. No, I guess not. But okay, so
Yeah.
But there was like nothing like that. Some of those telltale signs you have a close lightning strike where like it was really just like, whoa. Wow. It was like in the cloud overhead, but
I've
still
had that happen many times.
Still made the bean in my hat go. Like, holy fuck! Did I jump? And the kids were laughing. Stop getting hit by lightning all the time, Dad. It's like, sorry. This is what I do.
Oh my.
You can't stop when you're good at something. Okay, well, I'm going to stop anyways. That's the show. Good night, everybody. Hit like, share, subscribe.
Nice
Tell
to see
a
you,
friend.
Brendan.
Good to see you guys. Yeah.
I say bye too, guys.
Bye.